Hola, año 9. Bienvenidos a la clase de español. Buenos días o buenas tardes. It depends when you're having the lesson. Can you please make sure that you write the title in Spanish, long, and the title, sorry, revisión, the date, long, in Spanish. Okay, so revisión, make sure that you put the accent on the O. Once you have completed, you have done that, we can move on to the next activity. So the first activity of the day, 5 al día, okay, 5 a day. So here you've got 5 activities. What I want you to do first is to conjugate the verb estar, okay? I want you to list all the different conjugations of the verb estar. Then I want you to list as many types of symptoms as you can remember. So you have learned to say that you are tired, you're not feeling well, and so on. So write as many as you can. Then can you please spot the odd one out? So which one of these items is the odd one out? Okay, then correct this sentence. There is a mistake. What is the mistake? If you spot it, can you please then write the sentence in the correct way? And then translate these two sentences. So it should take you between 5, 6, 8 minutes to do this activity. It depends of everyone. So stop the video, pause the video, and do the activity. But like I say, it should take you between 5, 8 minutes, okay? So let's have a look at what the answers are. So the first one was to conjugate the verb start. So there we go. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. So well done if you got the 6 conjugations correctly and you have written the accents on them. It is very important that these verbs have the accents on them. Otherwise, it will change the meaning. Then I ask you to list as many symptoms as you can remember. So I've got just 4. So tengo fiebre, tengo vómitos, tengo gripe, tengo tos. You might have all these plus more, or you might have a few of these, but well done if you got a list of at least 3, 4 of them. You needed to then spot the odd one out on the number of items I gave you. So well done if you have spotted leche. And the reason being is because verduras, pasteles, galletas, fruta, huevos, you eat them, they're solids. Leche is a liquid, you drink it. So that's the odd one out. And then you have to correct this sentence, there is a mistake. Well done if you have spotted a mistake in this sense. So this is that I'm talking about teeth, not one tooth. So that means that the verb doler have to be in the plural form, just as you would do with me gusta, me gustan. Okay, so me duelen mucho las muelas. Well done, guys, if you have spotted it and written the correct form. And then translate this sentence. O sentences. Tuve un accidente, ahora me duele el pie y la cabeza también. So please pause the video, check that you've got everything correct. If you haven't, please copy what you have in front of you so you got the correct corrections. You have made the correct corrections, okay? Well done, guys, for attending this activity. If you like it, let me know. I can put more of these. So the objective is revision, okay? So we're doing revision, revising the vocabulary and the grammar that you have been learning throughout the half term. You are practicing the writing, so you already done some writing, and you will carry on doing some writing by doing translations, okay? And then practicing the speaking skills, and then towards the end is to evaluate and set targets on how to improve further. For this last one, I'm terrible because I keep forgetting to tell you, but please can you make sure that normally in lesson 3, you need to evaluate and set your targets. If I'm giving you a writing task, then you need to wait until I mark that, and then you can evaluate and set your targets to improve further, okay? Right, so copia y traduce estas frases. So here you've got these sentences. They are color-coded, so you know that goes from easy to more complicated to more challenging. You can start by doing the blue ones first, azules or las rojas. So either way, if you, you should have all of them translated. Please copy them first and then translate. Pause the video. It should take you to do this activity between 3 and 5 minutes. Okay, so pause the video, copy and translate. So here, oh, sorry. And this is the challenge that you have to do, okay? So what I want you to do is to write a sentence on your own, saying what it hurts. But I want you to use another pronoun that is not the I form of the verb doler. So in my sentences, you've got the I form. I want you to write your own sentences using another pronoun that is not the I form. So let's have a look. These are the translations. Uno, my finger hurts. Dos, my back doesn't hurt, but my stomach hurts. Tres, I think my dog is ill. He or she is tired and doesn't eat anything. Cuatro, ¿qué le pasa? Me duele mucho la mano. Tengo una picadura. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Me duele muchísimo. So please mark this and write down your score. And then you should have written a sentence that I will, I'm sure I'm going to be able to read, where you're saying what hurts and you're using the verb doler with a different pronoun from the I form. Okay, that is not the I form. Well done, guys. Mark, correct. Make sure that you got exactly the same correction. If not, you will have to rewrite them and give yourself scores. So, as diálogos. So you're gonna write a dialogue. You're gonna write 3 dialogues. So this is one dialogue. It's only pictures in here, and that's how you're gonna make your dialogue. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So, buenos días, señor, o buenos días, señorita. ¿Qué le pasa? What's the matter? No me encuentro bien. Tengo fiebre y me duele la cabeza. Hay que beber agua y hay que tomar estas aspirinas 2 veces al día. That is your dialogue, okay? Now, the challenge is that as you do the dialogues, I want you to use intensifiers. I want you to use enough, a little, a lot, a bit, okay? So can you use those in your dialogue? Also, the genius task is, I am using in my dialogue, I, que, plus infinitive. Remember the infinitive structures, but I gave you more aside of I, que plus infinitive. I want you to use those, okay? So use all the infinitive structures aside from I, que. Oh, muchas gracias, doctor. So here you've got the first one, I've done it for you. You've got here the 3 other dialogues, okay? So what I want you to do before you continue is, if I can go back to, I should be able to go back, but I cannot go back. Let me just end the show. Right. So you've got here my example. What I want you to do is, if you could take a picture of this slide, yes, take a picture of this slide so you can have the example of my dialogue with you, and you also have the challenge and the genius task with you, okay? So the first one, as you know, I've done it. You got the picture of it. Now I want you to do these dialogues. Okay, so pause the video. This should take you about 8 minutes. So those quattro say between 6 and 8 minutes to do. Okay, pause the video, do the dialogues. Remember to use the intensifiers and another different infinitive structures. So let's have a look at the first dialogue. So this is my example. You might have more or less the same. You might have said buenos días, señor, o señorito, señorita, o señorito. Okay, so buenos días, señor, ¿qué le pasa? No me encuentro bien. Tengo una quemadura de sol y me duele mucho la espalda. Tiene que usar esta crema 3 veces al día y beber mucha agua. So I'm using tiene que plus usar plus the infinitive, and I'm using mucha or mucho, okay? So I'm using my intensifiers. Muchas gracias, doctor, okay? That's another one dialogue. The next dialogue, here you got the picture, this is my dialogue. Mine is might differ from yours, but the pictures have to be said in your dialogue. So, buenas tardes, señora. ¿Qué le duele? So this time I have changed my question. Okay, so ¿qué le pasa? ¿Qué le duele? What it hurts. Me encuentro muy mal. I feel terrible. Me duelen bastante las muelas y tengo tos. ¿Qué me aconseja? So I have changed a few things because this is vocabulary that you have used before. Debes tomar este jarabe y estas pastillas por la mañana. So I hope that everybody noticed that this is in the morning. Okay? Muchas gracias, doctor. Okay, so pause, check. If you want to add anything instead of ¿qué le pasa? ¿Qué le duele? Please do so. And this is your last dialogue, okay? So, buenas tardes, señorita. ¿Qué le pasa? Me encuentro fatal. Me duele mucho el estómago y tengo diarrea. Hay que tomar estas pastillas una vez al día y tienes que beber mucha agua. So I'm using the two hay que and tienes que. Okay? Muchas gracias, doctor. Okay, so this is the time for you to pause the video, go back, check your dialogues, make sure they are correct. Okay, because now you're going to use one of these dialogues. So this is our last activity. And what I want you to do is, I think this is our last activity. Let me see. No, this is our last activity. So what I want you to do is in the objectives, we're talking about speaking skills, okay? Improving our speaking skills. So you need to practice one of the dialogues. So you've got 3 dialogues now, 4 included with mine. You're gonna choose one and you're gonna practice it. Now, I know we are all at home, isolating. So I believe that many of you are in contact with each other. So you can either do it with a classmate. So you do it by recording each other together. And what I want you is to doing a voice recording. I don't want to see videos. I don't have to see you. I have to hear you. Okay. So you can team up with someone and do it together and you record yourselves and you send it to me. Or you are doing it by yourself. Okay, so you have heard me doing a listening activity where there is a dialogue. So do different voices. Okay, so just do different voices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going back to this one, for example. Buenas tardes, señorita. ¿Qué le pasa? Me encuentro fatal. Me duele mucho el estómago y tengo diarrea. Hay que tomar estas pastillas una vez al día y tienes que beber mucha agua. Muchas gracias, doctor. Okay, so that's it. So I can see the difference. Okay, that's it. So if you can team up with someone, that would be brilliant. If you have to do it by yourself, that is brilliant as well. Okay, so can you please record your voices and then send it to me? And then we come back, we come to the last activity of the day. So have a look, you've got loads of words in there. And they are vocabulary that you have learned in the past few weeks. So you are going to translate the words. How many points can you score? So here, every color has a number of puntos, points. Okay, so the green one is only 1 point. The orange one, or naranja, 2 puntos. Los rojos, 3 puntos. Y los 4 en azul, el azul es 4 puntos. Okay, so what I want you to do is timer, 1 minute, just 1 minute, and translate as many as you can. Once that minute has passed, count the points, how many you've got. And I would like to see that, okay? If you reach this slide. So I would like to see how many points you get, okay? And that it is, guys. This is the last part of our lesson. So thank you very much for doing all the activities and following lesson 2. Please, if you got any questions, ask your teacher. And do not forget to submit any work, okay? As I said, you might not be able to finish it to complete the whole presentation or lesson, but you still should have done some work, okay? And I will be seeing you in lesson 3. Adiós, año 9, hasta la próxima clase.